Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm Mark, your humble host, and I've been a driver for over 30 years. And I think it's time that we got paid for every minute that we work. If you agree, it may be time to consider subscribing. Now today, it is time for the Crap Company of the Week. Every week we go through this because there's so many. This week, our featured performer is Pam Transport. Come on in. They didn't send anybody. We're going to have to talk about them without them being there because they wouldn't want to send a representative, but that's okay. New drivers, look, this is the information that you need. And experienced drivers, we're going to talk about their lease program for just a moment. You're going to love it. I want to tell everybody to watch out on YouTube. There's a place called Driver Solutions, okay? They have almost 8,000 subscribers. That's Pam. That's their training division, okay? So that's just a bunch of shills for Pam, and they're brown-nosing themselves into Pam. Oh, I'm trucker, whatever, right? Here's how great Pam is. All right, it stinks. It's crap. Don't listen to them. They're just out shilling for Pam. They probably work at Pam, get some guy. Who knows what the story is there. That's Pam, all right? Pam, you come in. You're a new person. You go to their truck school, it's $7,000. If you don't stay a year, you got to pay them all the money back, okay? That's typical. They crack hound you to school, typical. Okay, they don't feed you in school, not so typical. Awesome, if you go to their school. If you go, you can also go to an approved truck school anywhere, and they'll put you on that way. An interesting thing, if you go to truck school yourself and you don't owe the truck school any money, like you've paid it, okay, out of your own pocket or however you do it, and don't owe the truck school a loan, they will not pay back for your truck school. You must owe the school. So say you go to truck school and put it on your credit card, they will not pay you back. Something to consider. Here's the wonderful pay that we're being offered here at Pam for new drivers, all right? Consider this carefully. New drivers, you will go 2 weeks with a mentor, right, who may have as much as 6 or 8 months of experience. And for that 2 weeks, you will be paid $350 a week. That's correct. I just called them this week, okay? So it isn't like this is old information. $350 a week salary, that's big money right there. $290, remember, times 40 hours is minimum wage. So you'll be paid slightly more than minimum wage, but slightly less than the average 15-year-old working at a Taco Bell. All right, now, during most of this, and this is what they said, you will team with the mentor. For the first, quote, few days, the mentor will watch you. Then you will team drive with the mentor where they will make a lot of money and you'll make almost nothing. Then you will become a solo. Now, here's the thing, and I want to know this from people. I read many, many reports where you're required to team with another student. She said, no, you do not have to do that. But I've read it that they have a contract. If you have a contract with them and they paid the truck school, that the contract says, quote, at any point during your first year, you agree to be teamed with another Pam driver for 6 months. She said no. Does anybody have that in a contract? Send it to me. But official policy from the recruiter is you do not have to. So solo, here's your money now. Here it is. Get ready for it. Are you ready for it? 30 cents a mile for 90 days. The 90 days are work days. Any days that you take at home do not count towards the 90 days. And that includes any part of any day, because at Pam, if you get home at 11 p.m., you were home for that day. That's a home day. So consider that. Then you get a large raise to 35 cents a mile. All right. Now, when was the last time you got paid 30 cents a mile? Anybody? Bueller? Anyone? Anyone? Okay. I remember that would have been probably the early 90s, sometime in the early to mid 90s when I last got 30 cents. The good thing, though, is they have a guarantee. So for your first 60 days, and this is official because it's on the yellow sheet, for the first 60 days, they guarantee you'll gross $500. So that you don't have to worry about getting any kind of low checks. You're going to gross $500. That's $12.50 an hour for somebody working at a Target. Okay, now, they do also this shuttle work, which I read a lot about. They'll have you come to a terminal, run a shuttle. They call it a shuttle. Run this over and go deliver it or whatever. That's $25 flat pay. Flat. Takes you 7 hours, 25 bucks. Love it. Let's talk about vacation. They do have paid vacation. Yay. You get a week after a year. Nice. Holidays. No holiday pay. Forget it. They guarantee you home on Christmas. It's the only day a year you're guaranteed home. It doesn't say, though, what happens if you don't get home. Who knows? Detention, case by case. Layover, case by case. You know what that means? Don't expect to get paid any of it, right? That's garbage. You should get paid. But heck, who's working here 30 cents a mile? One good thing, no cameras. They do not have cameras that face you or face out. They don't have it either way. Here's another thing that got reported. I need somebody to talk to me about this. That they take $25 a week for 20 weeks until they collect $500 for you as like a bond. So that if you leave early, before a year, they use it to pay back your hotel that they crack hounded you to. Or if there's any damage to the truck, they take money out, which is illegal. Okay, they cannot take your wages for damage. They can only fire you. Okay, they can't take your wages for it. So, but they said no. But I've read tons of reports that say yes. Does anybody have that information? Send it to me. Send it to me. All right, they will take your pet too without too many restrictions. Here's the lease. Okay, so you stayed through your 30 cents. You're going to lease a truck. Guess what? This is a new Pete 579, brand new. $649 a week, 5 years, 60 months. Then $45,000 buyout. So and it's a mid-roof, okay? So you pay $168,740 in lease payments, and then you only owe them $45,000 more for what is basically a fleet spec mid-roof Pete. They also have a Cascadia, right? Same deal. And this thing's got a PACCAR engine in the Pete, right? So either way, same price, Cascadia or Pete. I just thought the Pete was interesting because of a mid-roof fleet Pete, which they have pictures of it. This other place has all these pictures of it. That's garbage, too. I mean, come on. You can't make any money paying $225,000 for a $150,000 truck. Look, in my opinion, nobody should consider this even as a starting company. There are way, way better options. Way better options. This place is living in the past, 20 years in the past. It's just embarrassing that we even have to have this kind of pay in the industry, all right? I don't want you going here, new drivers. Please, at least talk to me about it before you sign up with Pam. If you haven't gone there yet, don't go there. That's my opinion of it. 30 cents and then 35 cents is ridiculous. Okay, I have people write to me that get almost 20 cents more than that to start at other places. You do not have to settle for this kind of pay. Please don't settle for it. All right, everybody? So, good. The Crab Company of the Year voting is coming up soon. Be sure to get in on that. There'll be more information coming up, depending when you're watching this video, of course. It may already be over. Sorry, you should watch them when they come out, so subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. We'll be back soon with more trucking answers.